You have a sentence there that is very important when we're talking about inequalities. It's the main piece of information that makes it totally different from an equation. So look at your notes. It says the solutions of inequalities are infinite. That's the word that you put in that blank. Infinite. You may have heard of this term before. Infinite means it goes on forever, which means that when you're solving or graphing inequalities, they have infinite solutions. So the second sentence says, once you have solved an inequality, and we're going to do that at the bottom of the page here of your notes, you have to graph it on a number line to show all the possible or infinite solutions. Now, there's a couple of things that you need to know before we jump into graphing on the number line, and I want you to write this down, okay? First of all, you need to know that your direction of your solution follows the direction of your inequality. And I know you're like, Ms. Udoka, where am I putting this? I don't see it on the paper. You are putting a note on the side. You know how you have these margins? Put this on the side there. So you have it written down so you won't have to recall this when you're doing your homework. So that's the first thing you want to know, because when you're graphing inequalities, you need to know, am I going to the left or the right on the number line? Well, that's easy. Your direction will be whatever the direction of your inequality is going, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. The second thing is you need to know that if your inequality is greater than or less than, that means that the solution, the number, whatever you're solving for, the number is not, underline not, included in the solution. In other words, if I tell you that you have x is greater than 3, what this inequality is saying that x is past the 3. It's everything greater than 3. And we notate that means how you write, notated by an open, underline open, circle, okay? So whenever you have greater than or less than signs, you're going to have an open circle. And again, I'm going to show you what that looks like when we actually graph one. Then the third thing you need to remember is that when you have the equal to's, for greater than equal to or less than equal to, the number, whatever number you're solving for, is included in the solution. So that's kind of like your PG-13 movies that we just had in example B. You know that if you're 13 years old, you can go to the movie. 13 years or older can go to the movie. So that number 13 is included in that age, okay, in that age requirement. So when the number is included in the solution, it's notated by a closed circle, underline closed circle. So what I'm going to do, write this down on the side of your notes. This is very important. And in the next video, we're going to start with examples 1 through 4, and I'm going to show you what graphing and